Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We have Arnor here ready to go into battle in today's Dawnless Days video, and yes, they are taking on 4 great armies, one of which is also an Arnor on the opposing side here. So we have a bit of an Arnorian civil war going on in this one, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It is a very, very close battle that we did do on the stream a few weeks ago, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how this one goes down. Well, I know how it goes down because I was actually playing. I was playing as Bree over here, but it is a really, really fun one. If you didn't watch the stream, now is your chance to watch a pretty epic battle, and it does come down to the wire. There's a few hundred men left at the end. I've actually just never realized the Bree cavalry officer is just basically a Roman with a green feather. But yeah, it does come down to the wire, and yeah, it should be a fun one. We are using the Flames of the North submod, which does add Bree. It also adds our Arnor and a whole bunch of other factions, but I think we have Bree and Arnor here being represented today. And we have an Arnor, like I said, on both sides. So we have one Arnor over here, and we have another one over on this side. And I also think that we have an Arnor next to them. So we have a triad of Arnors in a very small amount of area here. Joining the two Arnors and Bree is also Rohan with a bunch of cavalry, as you can see there. So that will be interesting to see how they do. And they haven't really gone all cav, which they've brought a lot of infantry and archers. So it'll be interesting to see how that sort of roster works out. We've got Dale, we have Arnor, we have Lothlorien, and we have the Eastlings on the other side here as well. And the Eastlings have brought a sort of spammed out those Clan Axemen again. So we'll see how the Clan Axemen can do. I'd be interested to know what you guys' opinion is on Clan Axemen. There's been quite a lot of talk about them recently, with obviously being able to Javi while still in combat. A lot of people in my community have chatted about it quite a bit. Do you think they should be able to do it? Do you think the Clan Axemen should be able to carry on jabbing while in combat? They are a light axe infantry after all. They're not exactly a great unit. So that might, you got to take that into consideration. You can see already cavalry getting stuck in here, though. We have Bree going into battle here with the Dalian merchant escorts. We'll see how they do. And it also looks like we have Arnor over here already pinning down Dale's general really early on in this fight here. We have Knights of Arthedain here getting engaged. These are the most elite Knights of Arnor that they have available. And the general here also for Bree engaged, but he's taking on a merchant escort. It's pretty much diminished already. I think it's been charging crossbows, and it didn't go too well for them. The crossbows for Bree, by the way, are one of their secret weapons. They're really, really good. Heavy crossbow infantry, and yeah, those crossbows, they do a lot of damage against armored infantry especially. Heralds of Bree here. It's a tiny ass unit, 85 men. But these are the finest swords in all of Eriador. And yes, they are going to be hopefully getting a lot of kills. We'll have to see. But yeah, again, they have that Roman officer leading them. Does look awesome. And in they go. Their clash of infantry begins. They are taking on violent guards. I expect them to chop through these guys. If there's only 85 of them in a unit, I'm expecting them to be super elite. Like, these have got to be like supermen, these Heralds of Bree. Joining them today, though, is men-at-arms. These guys, I'm not expecting to do so much. But they do have a few wild, bold men in there who have forgotten to bring their helmets or their chainmail. I'm not sure how they've managed that. We have got a general all the way over here as well for the enemy Arnor, I guess we'll call him. And he is breaking through, and he's going to get attacked by another Arnor general here. So a clash of generals for the Arnor over here. They could really do with that High King's Guard being pushed forward, I think, to support this cav fight. Really, there is another Knights of Arthedain here, so it's fairly evenly matched between those two. Bow levies here getting focused down, it looks like, by bows of Arnor. Yeah, I mean, they're better archers, there's no surprise there. We do have spearmen of Arnor also pushing forward, and we've got some Arnorian swords that are going to hold the line here. And yeah, the Arnorian civil war looks like it's about to get underway. Potentially. We're also seeing some Arnorian troops over here, guards of Anuminas, they're trying to support. And actually, both Arnor players have got involved in this side fight here that they're between Dale and Bree. So that's a bit unusual. We've got dismounted Knights of Arthedain. This is the dismounted version of the cavalry unit. They're engaged against some High King Blade Masters, a pretty elite shock infantry. At the moment, we are sort of winning the cav fight. Knights of Bree here have one general, so looking a bit banged up for Bree. He's down to 39 men. But yeah, some easy kills here on Yeoman for the Knights of Bree as they go in. They are going to chew up those yeomen. And this is the main worry I had really while fighting Dale, is that they've got a lot of archers. They may be cheap, but cheap archers on the spam now is actually a really good strategy that you can do. The men-at-arms here still battling against the Vineland guards, and it's not going too well for them, let's be honest. These Vineland guards here are far more elite. They're chopping their way through. Over on the far side over here, though, Rohan is very much engaged as well. We have Knights of the House of Earl in here. They actually are chewing up these clan axemen. They are kind of killing them off quite nicely, along with Varieg Lancers. You can see them running there from the field. But we have got Wards of Rune down here, and they are... I think they're pretty well leveled up. Yeah, triple bronze chevron. But yeah, I'm surprised with this sort of roster they went for. I'm guessing they're bringing the spears to try and support the cav fights. But, I mean, like, Wards of Rune here are winning decisively. They're just chopping through mustard spears. Don't think this is going to go too well for these poor spearmen. What have we got back here? Yeoman the Mark, they might do okay. They're fighting halberds here, which also good counters to that Rohan cav. We have got a general in Bane of the Steppes. He is losing, actually, to Knights of the Mark. Maybe they could try and get a spear unit in there. I don't know whether this spear unit is supposed to be in there. It doesn't look like it is. So that's a shame. They could really do with a spear unit in there, or at least just to shoot him down. General of the ally has fallen. Okay, so the general battle back here. Seems like the Knights of Arthedain charged into the sword unit that got back here. I don't know what happened. But I know this general was part of this Arnorian army over here, and you can tell that his units are starting to waver. It's affected him. The Swords of Cardolan are being affected. If he just goes in for a hammer and anvil here, this enemy Arnor player, he can probably start to chain out a lot of these units here. He could do a lot of damage there. Another general is dead, though, and that is Dale's general being killed off. I think those Knights of Arthedain have just sandwiched him and killed him off. Again, the Bree general here, he's playing with fire, really charging into very healthy Dalian swords, but he's done some damage. And it looks like with the Dale general dying, that is also doing a lot of damage to the morale, certainly of the lower tier units like these yeomen who break instantly. And yeah, as you can see there, Knights of Bree just helping to mop up more yeomen. And yeah, Dale is in a real deep trouble now. We've got the great swords of Bree. They're in here. Let's see how great their swords are then. I'd say they're alright, you know. They get a 7 out of 10 from me. They're not great, but they're alright. No, they're a cool sword, to be fair. I do like that idea, though. Just like, great swords. Actually, are they great? Let's have a look. A really good charge here from the Knights of Arthedain. Taking on 2 Rangers of Ravanian. They really stretch out their formation so they can actually hit both, which is a good strategy there. It looks like these Knights of Bree are also charging in the yeomen. I don't know if they'll break them. Great swords of Bree back here. They look like they won their fight, but they're going to get shot to pieces now. So, yeah, I don't know if that was really worth it. That's the risk with shock infantry breaking through, getting in behind. You just offer yourself to be an easier target. Shock infantry really hard to use sometimes, especially with like really good archers around. It does seem as though the Arnorian player here, though, he is losing this fight. His Lothlorian opponent is just dealt with him pretty easily. I think the archers are just a real problem for any opponent facing Lothlorian. I mean, there's a lot of archers on it, and they still have a decent amount of ammo. And yeah, Haldir's down here. He's fighting. What's he fighting? He's fighting a Rohan unit, a Knights of the Mark down here. But yeah, the Haldir general is... he is a very light bow infantry unit, if I remember correctly. So he's pretty vulnerable, actually, to cav fights. Or to cav charges, I should say. There you go, Knights of the Mark over here doing their damage. There you go. Looks like they are going to win that one. Are the Lorien Outriders, which is really surprising. But I guess they've got archer support and shock infantry support. Looks like Rohan should win their fight here. Theoden's fairly still healthy, 46 men left. And there's only archers left, so they're pretty easy to charge. Actually, no, the Bane of the Steppes is alive and well, still 26. I thought he was dead, to be honest. He looked like he was losing his fight for such a long time. Over on this side again, it does seem as though... well, this seems like this battle's being mopped up really as Bree goes in with his cavalry charging on in. Knights of Bree must be racking up the kills. I'm kind of excited to see what the kills are, that is for sure. Should be interesting to see. General here for Bree is also having to try and help save his crossbows as these Knights of Arthedain here are trying to run them down. They were obviously a key target. We'd seen them in a few battles at this point. Actually, recently, I did cover another battle with Bree in, and the crossbows in that battle also got like 400 or 500 kills. They did really, really well. So, yeah, I think that battle kind of set a precedence to, like, Bree crossbows need taken out. Theoden, though, getting hit hard there by a volley on the Variag bowman, and in he goes. There he is, swinging his sword around like a majestic man. Variag bowman there. It looks like they are going to break. So yeah, he's only got, and he's going to take out this one as well by the looks of it as well. Yeah, the yeoman of the mark charging and actually helping to rout that unit. Don't know if it's a wise idea to have these yeomen charge in. Might have been okay just to have Theoden do it, but he has just charged in into shock infantry with archers. Doesn't usually go too well, especially when there's silver chevron towards the rune. Another charge coming in here from the Lorien Outriders. They're going in some archers as well, trying to do the damage to Rohan. And there you go, rear charge from Theoden. That might just rout the towards the rune. They are losing decisively there. Let's quickly have a look and see how the other battle's going. Does seem as though they are being mopped up here quite nicely. As you can see here, the final unit that is standing for Arnor is just the guards of Anuminas here. So they're fighting on bravely, these pole arms against the High King's Guard. Or High King's Guard. Got some Arnorian swords as well, rear charging them, and that is actually going to wrap up that little engagement there. And now this is kind of what remains of Arnor and Bree on this side, and they're going to take on what remains of Lothlorien over here. So fairly even, 1300 against 1500. Lothlorien has got ammunition left though, like Gladron Bow Warrior still has some ammo, which is pretty scary. But Bree does have cavalry, as does Arnor, just a little shred. And we still do have most of the crossbows as well, which can do some pretty good damage. So we'll see how that one goes. As you can see, the army is getting a little bit closer. They might need to kill Haldir if they want to stand a chance. I don't know whether that will affect morale that much, but certainly killing Haldir off wouldn't hurt, trying to chain route these elves. And as you can see here, Rohan did just about, well, he's still alive actually. He's still got his yeoman in the mark here. And so these things actually, the Ward's Ruin's still back there. Still alive. But we'll just fast forward now. I think we're just waiting on Bree to arrive on the battlefield and face off against Lothlorien. But it's certainly been a fun one. It's been a pretty fast-paced one. I definitely probably missed some stuff. It was just like constant fighting everywhere along the line. Everyone really kind of went in at the same point. So unfortunately, I can't be in multiple places at once. But I think we got most. We kind of worked our way down the battlefield, started at one end, and then got to the other end and saw the conclusion of this side here. I will certainly have a look at the kills. I'm very excited to see kills, to be honest, for like Bree, who's like kind of gone through. They went through Dale, then they went through Arnor. Now they're taking on Lothlorien. I would also like to see what the kills for sort of like Rohan. I want to see what their Cav kind of did. And Lothlorien will be interesting to see what kills they've got with their bows and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see. We'll have a look at that after the battle. You can see the Cav going really wide here. Knights of the Bree trying to stay out of range of all these Gladron Bow Warriors. But trying to get wide, so maybe once the battle line engages, then the Cav can sneak in. Because right now, what I'm trying to do is trying to basically just be forced to just be fighting the bows of Arnor to start with, because I can take on the bows of Arnor easily. If all the elven archers are distracted by my cavalry, that's fine with me. I actually foolishly moved them forward. I don't really know why I did. Because I'm pretty sure that means I'm in range. Yeah, look at that. I'm in range of the elves. The range of the elves is insane. At this point, I hadn't realized what I'd done. I guess was just tempting fate a little too much there. So yeah, you can see already starting to focus me down. We'll go back to normal speed now. The cavalry, yeah, taking some pretty nasty shots. And this is not good, because this is probably my like last remaining hitting power. Great swords Bree going in. These archers are out of ammo though, so I'll kill these guys off easily, happily. This is some free kills for my great swords. Well, I say that. They're actually wavering, my greatswords, and he pulled through. Unfortunately, he's trying to get to my my crossbows here. He did just pull through my greatswords to get there, which I was a bit ashamed of. But he did break pretty quickly for that, and that's what he gets for pulling through. My heralds over here are still alive as well. They'll fight these archers, do their bit. And as you can see here, this has just caused all of Arnor to arrive. I've sent my general forward. At this point, I kind of felt like I was defeated because my cav kind of just got focused down. I lost so much of the cav. I kind of was like, oh, well, screw it. This game's kind of over. And it kind of was, to be honest. Taking on this amount of elves left is not a good sign. And when it's even on numbers and you're fighting the elves and they still have ammo, I didn't feel confident. That is for sure. My general, I think, he's still alive, actually. Just about. Oh, there you go. He actually just died. I think he just, when pulling out of combat, he died. Herald's debris are starting to wave, which is not good. The remaining Arnorian forces being sent in as well. Arnor fighting Arnor. It's been one of those days, really, an Arnorian civil war. It's like we defeated the archers, but these wards of ruin which are still standing. They've actually earned a silver chevron as well. I don't know if he really... I feel like this is a pull through as well. There is kind of like a combat going on, but I don't know. There also could, I guess, maybe be slightly a gap, but this one I was a bit less sure about. But he was just desperate to get my crossbows with Arnor. So I sent in a second crossbow, my gatewatch, and we just routed these guys pretty quickly. That was kind of like my aim. Spears here, the men at arms also are starting to waver, but it's no surprise. We're just running out of men. I'm going to just start shooting into the sides of all these sword warriors as well. Try and break them. Shoot down on them, boys. Kill as many of these damn Arnorians as possible. For Bree! Yeah, the crossbows doing their bit. There you go, routed as a sword warrior though, it was just some crossbows. That was a good win. Galadrian bow warriors coming in as well. They might be able to hold a little longer. I think this gatewatch here might be overwhelmed. Rip in peace there.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Yeah, the gatewatch here just losing to Galadrian bows, which is no surprise. They are elves at the end of the day. And these are just merely men with tin pots on their head. Quite literally, like, look at this guy here. He's got a tin pot on his head. That's not a helmet, sir. But yeah, just mopping up the last few units of the gatewatch. But there's not much left for the elves. Down to 700 men left. Or 700 elves left. They've done a really good job. Have the forces of Bree and Arnor here. They've done their best, but just a little too much. Maybe if Rohan had been able to hang on a little longer, just to distract the elves, then Bree could have come in. But both sides kind of finished the battles at the same time, so the elves could set up their firing squad with their archers and kind of decimate the units. And I also definitely probably should have kept my cavalry live and not sent it in so aggressively. Just allowed it to get shot. Didn't even move it. Felt a bit newbie doing that. But got some good kills here though for my Bree army. I quite like the Bree roster. It's quite nice. I would like to see it in a siege. I think it could be very, very good, especially these crossbows. But 249 kills with the Knights of Bree. That's my general unit. Very nicely there. 164 with the men at arms. 187 with the Heralds of Bree. I mean, these guys were a tiny little unit, and they got like 2-3 times their own the unit count in kills. Great Swords of Bree. They did so-so. One got 136, which is good, but one down at 27 is not so great. Spearmen at arms getting to 120 kills. Then my crossbows, yeah, did really well actually. 219 kills, 198, 166, 144. Some good kills there. 285 kills with one of my Knights of the Bree, and the others just getting over 100. Then we have Cyrus the Great playing as one of the Arnor armies. 332 kills with one of his Arnorian swords. 117 with the Spearmen of Cardolan. Then we have High King's Guards here getting 255 kills. Very nice. And then his Archer's not so great. 121 kills, sorry, with the Knights of Arnor. And 260 with the Knights of Arthedain. And another Knights of Arthedain getting 241. Then we have Nuno Reves playing as the other Arnor army on our side, getting 178 kills with his dismounted Knights of Arthedain, 186 with this other one here, his other Arthedain Knights. His High King Blade Masters here getting 128 kills, and his High King Guard getting 119 kills. Probably a very small elite army. Doesn't feel like this always works, especially playing against the Elves, who can already bring pretty elite armies. Knights of Arthedain, 121 kills here. Yeah, his like archers were like his low point. It's like cheap units there. And then we have Ascetic Monkey playing as Rohan, the final army, 291 kills with Theoden. Very, very nicely done. His Mustard Spears, yeah, not many kills, 64 the best there. Yeoman of the Mark, 130 kills, 217. Actually, some solid kills there, 170 with another. And his Cav, yeah, 130 kills, 260 with the Knights of the House of Earls. So, yeah, some okay kills, but I wonder whether bringing more Cav would have worked. I don't know. It would have been interesting to see. K-Pleb playing as the Eastlings, 108 kills with his Bane of the Steppes. His Wards of Rune, 676 kills. My gosh, I think they butchered a lot of these Mustard Spears. 247, sorry, with the other one there. 223 with his Clan Axeman. 166 with the Clan Axeman here as well. And then, yeah, his Lokirim Halberdiers, 141 kills. And then Variag Lancers, 137 kills there, with the other two not doing so great. Then we have Zach playing as Lothlorien. His like low tier stuff did not do that great, got like no kills, but his shock infantry here, 183 kills, is the best of all of his shock. Then his archers, 194, 179, all did pretty well to be honest. And then his cav getting 82 kills. Then we have K1 playing as Dale. His army like did okay. I mean, his Vineland guards got 157, 153. Then we have the cavalry, not getting that many kills. His archers, 80 kills. These yeomen outscoring any of the others. Actually, no. Rangers Ravani 81. But yeah, not insane kills there for K1, unfortunately. And then we have Holy Banana playing as Arnor on the other side. 116 kills with the Sword Warriors of Arnor. He went for a lot more cheaper army. Just went for like mass, which is not a bad strategy either. Blade Masters getting 127 kills, 154. 122 with the Spearmen of Arnor. And then his archers getting 154, 161, and his cav getting 264 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's land battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Feel free to join my Discord as well. The link's down below. If you want to join some Dawnless Days battles or send your own replays, feel free to stop by. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.